Today's our last day in San Diego, so let's get ready. I am 27 weeks pregnant. I feel like baby girl popped this week. Her kicks are becoming extremely aggressive and they keep me up at night now. We were gonna have one last beach day today, but I'm burnt and so is my husband, and we're just honestly really tired. Going to the beach with a toddler isn't really that relaxing. Turns out, I'm making this realization now when my son is 17 months old almost, but basically it's the fact that mom mode just literally never turns off. I've obviously realized this very early on in motherhood. However, I'm realizing it more now than ever, especially after going to the beach, seeing a lot of people. I feel like in Vegas, I don't see many people, but after people watching a lot and like looking out my window at the little walkway before the beach and watching people at the beach, families, mom mode literally never turns off. Just to give you guys an example, yesterday my husband and I did 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. So I would lay out for 15 minutes while he watched our son, and then he would lay out for 15 minutes while I watched my son, just to give each other a little break so that we can actually enjoy ourselves, because our son is very active, on the move, just wants to play, has to be entertained 24/7. Obviously wouldn't change it for the world, but that's just a reality. So while Nick is laying out for his 15 minutes, he basically falls asleep, relaxes as he should, as any parent should when it's their turn to finally relax. He's falling asleep, he's chilling, he's laying out, he's doing his thing, whatever, and I'm watching my son. When it's my turn to watch our son, I'm like this, laying out, watching his every single move, can't relax, can't let my guard down, can't fully just like enjoy my experience because I'm in mom mode. I feel like it's just different for moms. I don't say that in a shameful way. This is not against any dads. I think like as a mom, the hormones and just like being the one that grew the baby, birthed the baby, had all the hormonal change and everything, I feel like something truly shifts in you where you're just on 24/7. You can never turn it off. For me, sometimes it can be a little toxic because I should be able to shut my eyes and just relax. I fully trust my husband. Like that's not the problem, but it's just something in me won't let me just fully like this the whole time. One eye open, watching his every move, not only for like safety reasons, but also because I'm like, is there a moment that I can capture? Let me grab my camera. Let me take a picture of Nick and my son. Like I'm always just on. I feel like most moms can relate to this. Not everyone. I'm not saying that this is like a universal experience, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of us moms just can't let our guard down. I also think it makes it worse because I'm pregnant. So my hormones and everything are just going through it right now. And I'm just like very emotional, I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm trying to say? Because I don't know what my husband is obviously on top of it as well, but like when it's his turn to relax and I tell him like, hey, I got our son, like you can fully relax, don't worry about him, he could do that. I can't. Honestly, I'm slightly jealous though, because I want to be able to feel that way. I want to be able to like let my guard down and relax. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen for me. No sir. Let me know if you also do this as a mom, if you kind of struggle with this. I feel like there's a certain line that once you cross it, it becomes a little bit toxic because you truly just can't relax, and that's when it becomes like anxiety inducing, and you can get into like the mental health issues of it all, because I feel like that is a huge thing. Like right now, our son doesn't sleep with us at home. He sleeps in his own crib in his own nursery. And so when we came here to this Airbnb, we're like, oh my gosh, I wonder how he's gonna do sleeping right next to us, if he's gonna be too aware, if it's gonna wake him up. He's been waking up in the middle of the night. He's been waking up really early in the morning, and I think it's just because he knows we're right there. There is another room we could put him in, but I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm not putting him in a separate room from us. I don't want to be away from him. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like always kind of worrying and always just on edge. So I'm not saying that's a good thing at all. I'm saying that it's probably borderline a little toxic, but I feel like a lot of moms can relate to that. This is actually my first time since we've been here fully putting on makeup. Every day I've just had on concealer and like some lip liner and eyebrows because I could not be bothered, especially because we were just like walking, going to grab breakfast, going to the beach, so there was really no need for makeup. But I feel like I want to look a little bit more put together today. Nick the other morning was like, okay, we're gonna go to breakfast, so make sure you go start getting ready right now so that we can go sooner rather than later. And I was like, I don't need to get ready. I just put on a little bit of concealer and like, let's go. And he was like, huh? Because if you know me, you know that I put a full face of makeup on every single place I go. And he was like, you don't, like, you're not gonna feel weird about that? Like, you're cool with that? And I was like, it's like the lifestyle out here. Everyone's just so casual. I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should move here. Have to overdo it with the blush to match my burn. I love blush. I don't care what anyone says. I think it looks so cute. Obviously, like there's a point where you can overdo it, but I love it so much. Woke up at 1:30 in the morning with the worst stomachache I have had since being pregnant. Like it kept me up the entire night. I didn't go to sleep after that. Actually, no, I did. Fell asleep once at 3:30 and then I had sleep paralysis like a couple minutes into falling asleep. I was awake trying to move and I couldn't move it. I was like, oh no, here we go. Anyways, I woke up and I was like, Nick, have you ever had sleep paralysis? He's like, what's that? And I was like, you literally are like consciously awake, but you can't move your body. And he's like, what? That's crazy. No. What? Is this not like something that everyone experiences? I do a little shimmer moment today. I got this new palette from Tarte. It looked really pretty. Maybe I should put some shimmer. Oh my gosh, what's San Diego doing to me, guys? Just kidding. I don't know why I've always... Nick? Is he okay? I think I'm paranoid. I need to just relax, honestly, because this is ridiculous. That's pretty. Fun fact about me, if you didn't know, I was actually born in California and I lived here till I was 7. Then we moved to Vegas. I've been in Vegas ever since. My husband was born and raised in Vegas, so I feel like Vegas is just like all we really know. Actually, not necessarily Nick. He's traveled a lot in his life for baseball, so he's like lived in a lot of different areas, experienced different places, but I haven't. I kind of just stay in my little bubble in Vegas, and I'm not a huge traveler. Vegas is pretty much all I know. After being by the beach, just being in a different environment, especially California, I love it so much here. I don't think I'd ever actually move here because, well, for several different reasons. I just feel like you can't get much bang for your buck out here. But man, like, you definitely get a different lifestyle that I really like. Vegas had a beach, it'd be perfect, but unfortunately we don't. Or maybe I just need to like scratch the itch and travel a little bit more. Like, I probably travel less than anyone I've ever met ever. I mean, my sister literally lives in Switzerland for work right now, and I have not visited her, and I'm not going to. That's how much I don't like traveling. I'm scared of flying, so I need to figure that out ASAP. I always wear Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude on my lips, but my friend told me to try Road Lip Liner in the shade Twist, and now this is my new go-to. It's such a pretty brown taupe color. I actually really love how big the tip of it is. Like, it's not something that you sharpen. That is it for makeup. I'm gonna go enjoy my day. I just have to do my hair really quick, get dressed, and Jack still needs to nap, and then we feed him lunch, and then we can go. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time.